This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month, so LifeLock wants to remind you to update your passwords. Using the same password across multiple accounts makes you vulnerable to cybercriminals. For comprehensive identity theft protection, let LifeLock alert you to anything suspicious and fix any issues. Start protecting your identity today with a 30-day free trial at lifelock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
Today on CityCast Boise, we've got your guide to making the most of October in the Treasure Valley, from where to get the best fall coffee to where you can see witches floating the Boise River. Plus, we're channeling spooky vibes and telling you why you need to visit a local cemetery. It's Tuesday, October 1st. I'm Lindsay Van Allen, and this is what Boise's talking about. Welcome to our Guide to October in Boise. We make this guide because Boise really is a city that runs on word of mouth. So if you don't know what's happening, it's really hard to attend all of the fun activities, really see all the things the city has to offer this month. So joining me today, I have the founder of From Boise, Marissa Lovell, and our Hey Boise newsletter editor, Blake Hunter. They've all combined a list of things that you absolutely need to be doing and eating and trying in Boise this month. So thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, Lindsay. Happy to be here.
So I want to get right to it. We're going to jump right into the activities that people must be doing, the must-do activity for October in Boise. I'm going to throw this to Marissa first. What is your activity that you absolutely do in October?
Okay, so I love the Old Pen. Like, the Old Pen's just a great place to visit all the time, but in October, it's just amazing. And they have like a whole month of events that they call Locktober. But at the end of the month, they throw this party called Squawky and Spirits. And squawky is like a alcohol that the prisoners used to make. That's what that word is for.
Really?
Yeah. It's like a, like a little home brew. But they throw this party called Squawky and Spirits that's so fun. What I love about it is it happens at night, and like the Old Pen isn't usually open at night. Usually it closes at 7 and this party starts at 7. So you get to like be in there after hours. They do like tours of places that you don't normally get to go. And then they have little haunted house areas set up. So there's like a haunted infirmary. There's a haunted cell block. It's like a Halloween party, and it's 2 nights. So you have 2 chances to go.
Okay, I'm curious. Is it adults only? Is it for families?
It's adults only. Oh, so it's 18 and over.
Okay.
But yeah, they have like drinks and food trucks. They also usually have it's called Big River Paranormal, who does the paranormal investigations out there. They're there doing like, paranormal stuff. They have these, I think they're called the Delphi Oracles. It's like this like oracle duo out of Meridian there. It's like a great Halloween party. If you're looking to like go to a Halloween party, you should go to that one. It's really fun.
Okay, Marissa, I have a question, and this is because I'm from Southern Idaho. I'm from like the Twin Falls area.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't know if like the haunted mansions of Albion can be beat. So I'm wondering, one, have you ever been there? And 2, how does this stack up? If you have.
Yes, and I agree.
Or 2 other haunted mansions around Idaho, I guess. Because we go pretty hard here.
I know, we have really good ones. No, I don't think it stacks up. Sorry, Old Pen, but like
but it's in the Old Pen, so
yes, it is.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think it depends on the level of scary that you want, right?
Yeah.
Like, these aren't that scary. The Haunted Mansions of Albion are amazing.
Yeah.
I love it down there.
But also, you don't have to drive through Declo to get there.
Yeah.
My high school rival, Declo. So, yeah. Okay. I was just curious because, I think that, like, Idaho, for some reason, like, we love our haunted mansions here. And, like, we love to create little scenes. And, like, I think it's so fun. So I'm excited for this one. What's it called again?
It's called Squawky and Spirits out at the Old Idaho Pen.
Squawky and Spirits. I love it.
Do you know how much tickets are?
Yes, I think they're $30.
Okay. Do they usually sell out, or can people?
I would get one. I would get them. Like, if you want to go, I'd get them soon. And it's on Friday and Saturday. There's that the 25th and 26th of October. And also, like, of course, costumes encouraged.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
Like, am I just showing up in a sweater, or
No,
are
you
we
should wear a
going all?
costume.
Okay, that is key detail. Key detail to this.
And Marissa, you go hard on costumes. Didn't you do like Pennywise last year?
Yeah. Last year I
remember
was
seeing that.
Pennywise and my husband was the red balloon. I spent like weeks crafting this like paper mache balloon to go on top of his head. And then I painted his whole face red and like attached a string to his chin, and it was amazing.
Well, Blake, what is your must-do activity?
Mine is partially just because I've gotten back into running this year, but October is like peak running time. The weather right now is so gorgeous. And I think that for me, October is a lot about setting myself up for success in the winter months because seasonal depression gang, I'm here for you. I'm one of you. And I feel like October is a really good time to like set yourself up, develop some good habits. And so I think that getting outside and running, I think is one way that I'm really excited about spending my October. And of course, like it's such a busy month in the foothills, on the trails and stuff. And so I think that a lot of people are in the same boat. And it's also, you know, not just for like high school and like school competition, it's also like race season for a lot of people. Like October is a big month that you train for. There is a 5K or more, at least one every weekend for the month of October, which I think is really exciting. So like, again, if it's not something that you personally want to participate in or even like walk in, it's like the City of Trees Marathon is on October 12th. And that's such a fun event to just go like line the greenbelt and cheer people on. I think that like, it's one of those experiences that like you go to and you're like, humanity is so beautiful. Like, it's just, I think like watching strangers cheer on other strangers as they run is like really heartwarming and really fun. There's also, I want to shout out, there's a new 5K that's happening this year, Pace for Peace, and it's a fundraiser for the Congo. And if people haven't heard about what's going on in Congo right now, I definitely encourage you to look that up or, you know, look up Pace for Peace, because it's a really grassroots thing that's happening here. And I think that it's a really good thing to learn about. And yeah, they're having their first ever 5K. They're like launching a whole new event on October 19th. And so I think it's a really cool thing to go out and support.
Where can people go to find more information about that fundraiser race?
That one, I think they're most active on Instagram, I would say. They also have their link on Eventbrite, but Instagram is the main way that I've seen it. I'm sure that they're active on other socials too.
Well, for my must-do activity, I'm going to have us hop over to Meridian because Meridian is having an Oktoberfest this year on October 5th. It's going to be in downtown Meridian on Idaho Avenue, 2nd Street. They're actually closing Idaho Street, 2nd Street, and Broadway for this whole event on October 5th. And they're going to have a strudel eating contest, the Boise Edelweiss Band, a brat eating contest, keg tossing contest. They have contests for kids. It's a family-friendly event. They're having music on 2 different stages going throughout the day. There's a costume contest. So, you know, gearing up for Halloween, if you've got a costume, now's your moment to shine. There's some more Idaho-themed contests, like a cornhole contest. I don't know that that's authentic. But that
it is at this point, honestly. It's so ubiquitous.
So I don't know about the authenticity, but it's definitely an Idaho Oktoberfest whole situation. My one note is because they're going to be closing Idaho Street, 2nd Street, and Broadway, and there is construction in Meridian, just like in Boise. Parking might be a little tricky. So just be aware you might have to walk a little bit if that means, you know, you need to bring a stroller or you just need to plan ahead a little bit. You might be parking a couple blocks away. But it sounds like Meridian's really doing it up this year and really wants to have a citywide Oktoberfest.
Yeah, have they done this before? I can't remember.
I believe they did it last year.
Okay.
It sounds like it's a lot bigger this year, though.
Yeah.
I think it was really just kind of, they closed off like one little area and kind of wanted to see how it go. And it was such a hit that they're expanding it and really just going all out this year.
That's incredible. Wow.
Are you going to join any of the contests? Are you going to do the bra eating contest?
You know, I should.
You should.
I won't win. I won't win, but it'll be funny. So, isn't that what that's about? We're just having fun, everyone. I was gonna say, well, or the strudel eating contest. Honestly, any opportunity to eat a pastry, I'm there.
The strudel eating contest sounds great.
Yeah, I say, I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna find out like I have these hidden talents at a
competitive eating is for you. Apparently, all of a sudden.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month, so LifeLock wants to remind you to update your passwords. Using the same password across multiple accounts makes you vulnerable to cybercriminals. For comprehensive identity theft protection, let LifeLock alert you to anything suspicious and fix any issues. Start protecting your identity today with a 30-day free trial at lifelock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
Okay, Marissa, I am so curious. What is your must-eat Boise food in October?
Okay, well, mine's actually an event where you can eat a lot of different kinds of food.
Perfect. Already sounds great.
Yeah, it's so every year there's an event called Taste of Downtown Boise. It used to be called Dine Out Downtown Boise, but I love Taste of Downtown Boise because there's all these different foods that you can eat. So if you're not familiar with the event, it's usually like a week and a half long. It's Friday, October 18th through Sunday, October 27th, which is also, I love it because you have like lots of opportunities to go do it. But all these different downtown restaurants create like a special menu for Taste of Downtown. And this is always my excuse to like get together with friends, do a date night. It's just like, it's a time where you can like get a bunch of things that you wouldn't normally get. And also they have kind of all different budget points. But last year they did like a $12 lunch special. Then they had like a prefix dinner thing. So 3 different courses. And then they had a social hour. And they also did some like experiences last year. The trivia, there was like a wine tasting, stuff like that. But yeah, all the menus are like different things. Sometimes it's stuff that's just on the menu and they create a little like special 3-course thing, but a lot of times it's stuff that they don't normally serve.
Is there any restaurant that you're really excited to try or try out?
I'm hoping that Sunshine Spice will be part of it this year. I would imagine they will be, and it will be amazing because everything that they do is amazing.
Everything they make is amazing.
Yeah, everything they make. And it's also, honestly, I don't normally go to like the super fancy restaurants downtown. I mean, like it has to be a special occasion. So this is always a reason for me to try those out because they usually just have kind of like a deal for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say you can get it for a bargain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember last year, Kin had something.
Yeah.
That I mean, I don't want to say because I don't know what they have going on this year. But like, if there are places where you're just like, oh, that's so far out of my budget, that's just never within my wheelhouse, I never have a reason to go there. This is a really good opportunity to just like, look, just see what they've got going on. And make it happen because I think that like, it's just, I love so many other cities do this. They have like multiple restaurant weeks a year and that kind of thing. And so I really hope that this like can keep growing because I think that it's a really exciting time for chefs, honestly, to just be able to like experiment. And I think as Boiseans, as like the consumers, we have to show out and show like, yes, we want you to do interesting things with food. Like we want you to push it and also make it accessible. So I love this pick.
I would also just add, with the construction happening downtown, like I feel like I've seen people online and just talking about like, I don't want to go downtown because it's like so hard to find parking. Or it's like the downtown businesses really need your business.
Yes.
And this is a really fun one. Like you said, it also October is the weather's so nice. It's like go park somewhere and walk around and go eat a bunch of food.
Yeah, go explore.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always, like you, Blake, I forget about this. But this has been an opportunity my husband and I have used to try restaurants we haven't tried before, where it's like, I'm like, I'm not sure if I'd like, I want to commit to like a whole date night. And then I tried and I'm like, oh, that was amazing. Actually, I love that. That was so fun. Or they do, just really creative things that I think are just unique. And I'm so glad Boise does this.
Yeah. I'm wondering if Ginza is going to be part of it. Ginza is one of my new favorites that opened this year. Everything that I've had there is so delicious. It's on 10th Street. They do like sushi and have like really good sake cocktails and ramen and stuff. So I'm wondering if they do anything because the other day I had their spicy edamame for the first time and it was like, it got me so together. I was having such a horrible day, and I was literally eating, and I was like, this is the best feeling I've had all day. Like, so everything they have is so good.
So Blake, I got to ask, is that your must-try food pick for October, or do you have another food pick? Is this a double from you?
I have so many food picks always. One of mine is that I'm rounding up a list of like locally made fall themed like coffee drinks. So basically like local pumpkin spice lattes, because cafes, like local cafes, are doing such a good job at like incorporating local ingredients and local flavors that like, yeah, they're just better than the Starbucks pumpkin spice latte. Sorry. And so
Totally.
one
It's
of
true.
my picks is the Harvest Latte from Form and Function. First of all, their new location is so cute, and they've got Crisp, like the food truck has converted into like this Airstream trailer that like is just kind of permanently there, and they have like the cutest little patio. So I feel like I keep talking to people who haven't tried the new Form and Function location. You gotta go. Yeah, I love it. Like, it's so cute.
Where's it at?
It's on 11th and Grove, I want to say. Maybe it's 10th and Grove.
Yeah, 11th. Oh,
11th?
it's 11th. Yeah, because it's got the new bikeway.
Yes.
Is right there. It's so nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
So nice.
Please go check that out.
Blake, what is a harvest latte? Is it like a pumpkin spice, or is it different?
I think that it's pear and sage.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, running now.
Yeah, it kind of keeps knocking my socks off. It's so good.
I really liked Alchemist. I think it's their pumpkin spice, but you can do it like 2 different ways.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I can't
Okay.
remember
I was gonna say, tell
exactly
me
like
more.
what the menu said, but it was really good. I really liked it. And it was already made with almond milk, which I liked that.
Yes. Yeah.
And also, I mean, push and pours with like the pumpkin face on the top is just,
Yes. So cute.
if you need
So
an
classic.
Instagram pumpkin spice latte, that's the one.
I agree. Yeah. Please skip Starbucks and go to that. Yeah.
I was going to say, I can tell we're all on the same wavelength, because mine is actually, my food of October is a beverage. It is the pumpkin spice cold brew from French Press Express.
Ooh.
And it's in Meridian. Meridian doesn't always have, we don't always have the coffee anybody's talking about. And so I am actually really, really excited about French Press Express. It's an easy address to remember. It's 25 West Spicewood Drive. I don't know.
Spicewood.
It's cute and it's
Amazing.
adorable. I know. And they're in this old-fashioned orange RV camper. The road is like off Meridian Road between Ustick and Fairview. It's just this tiny little road. You can't miss the RV, bright orange. But this pumpkin spice, it's so good. I don't know why it's so good. And every time I go get it again, I'm like, yeah, it's fine. And then I take that first sip and I'm like, damn, that is so good. Like,
Yeah.
it's like refreshing and spicy. And one of my favorite things about this place is when you get an iced coffee there, they have the ice, the little like ice cube balls are made of coffee.
Yes.
So it doesn't,
What?
it doesn't dilute your coffee, because I am a slow sipper.
Wow.
But yeah, their pumpkin spice cold brew it's phenomenal. I've seriously had it like 4 times this week. It's maybe a problem, but I love it. It's so good.
Yeah.
The coffee ice cubes are very intriguing to me.
It's a game changer. Yeah.
It is.
It makes a big difference. Yeah.
I was like, it's such a small thing, but it like has made all the difference. I'm a fan for life now. I'm committed. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
I'm-
it's so
I'm
good.
gonna go. I'm definitely going there.
Yeah, it's so good. My one thing is they are only open like mornings to early afternoon. So Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 1 p.m., Saturday, 7 a.m. to 2, and they are closed Sunday. So I don't want anybody
Okay.
like making the trek on Sunday, and they are open, because I want you to be able to try their coffee and their drinks, because they're fabulous. All right, Blake, I love this category because I always love a good deal. But what is something free that people should be doing in October in Boise?
There are a lot of free events going on in October. And so, I mean, both Marissa and I will be covering all of those in our newsletters. So keep an eye there. But my pick, for some reason, for the last like 3 years, I've been like going on trips in October. And I think that my little piece of advice, which of course gas is not cheap, is just to like get out of town in October. I think like going up to even like Lucky Peak in Idaho City, if you can swing the drive up to like Stanley and McCall, even over to like Eastern Oregon or over to the Owyhees, go up to Sun Valley, see some colors, and just like bring some snacks, grab a couple friends, and just like go for a drive. Just have fun. Go see the beautiful state that we live in. While it's not too cold, but we're also not burning up from the heat.
Yeah, and not all the smoke. You can finally see things now.
You can finally see for a ways. Yeah.
That's a really good tip. October
Yes.
is such a good, and it's like one of my favorite times to camp too. Because it's like it's cozy at night, but it's like warm during the day.
Not too busy.
You usually get some sunshine. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not like fighting to get a campsite.
Yeah.
It really is nice. All right, Marissa, I'm super curious to hear, what is your free tip or free thing that people should be doing in October in Boise?
Okay, so mine, of course, is a Halloween themed thing.
We were banking on that, Marissa. That's why we picked you.
I'm pretty sure that's why you
hoping.
brought me here today, was to talk about. So there's this event. This also is one that happens in other cities, and I'm so glad that Boise's doing it now, because we didn't always have this. It's called Witches on the Water.
Oh,
yes.
It's so good.
I forget about this every year too.
So
I'm obsessed. It's so funny.
So glad I could remind you of these things because it's so good. But essentially, Witches on the Water is where people dress up as witches and ride like paddle boards. It's mostly paddle boards are their brooms that they ride down the river. So this is one that you can either participate in or just like go watch. I would recommend either one. It's totally free. So this is actually happening October 5th, Saturday. And it starts at Barber Park. They usually meet around like 11:30 and then they launch at noon. The river's, running like a little bit slowly. So they probably takes them about 3 hours. So anywhere from like 12 to 3, you can catch them. But it's so cute. It's so fun. And everyone that's like participating in it looks like they're having so much fun.
Oh, that is so much fun. I love that Boise. I feel like Boise does a pretty good job getting into kind of the Halloween spooky season, just kind of doing really fun, unique activities with that.
I think so too.
Okay, so my free activity, I'm so excited because now it's socially acceptable in October to say this is a fun activity to do. But I think the free activity everyone should check out is the Boise cemeteries. I love the Morris Hill Cemetery. Yes. There are some amazing mausoleums. There's a section for, there used to be a Chinatown in Boise, and there's a whole section from that is so fascinating. There's a Jewish section. There's just all of, the older cemetery, the, really, really old parts. It's so peaceful to walk through. And Push and Pour is just right there. So you can grab yourself some coffee, take a little walk around the hill, look at all of the tombstones, all of the different sections. And it's just a great way to spend October morning, and you get to be outside. The weather is lovely. The Pioneer Cemetery. I used to work at St. Luke's as a nurse, and I would just go over there on my lunch breaks and just like walk around. Like the Pioneer Cemetery has some really cool tombstones. So it's just a really beautiful thing, sort of spooky, a little spooky, I guess. So perfect for October and perfectly free to go take a walk there.
That's great. Did you know that I'm also obsessed with going to cemeteries?
I had heard. I was a little nervous. I was like, oh no, are we both going to say cemeteries?
But I love going to cemeteries. Everywhere that we go, I'm like, where's the cemetery?
Oh,
we got to go check out the cemetery.
It's like top of my list. Ever, I'm like, okay, we've got to check out a cemetery here also. And
Morris Hill is honestly like one of the best picks for recommending that because there's so much history there. There's some like graves, people that have like really cool stories. I mean, cool and like creepy.
Yeah. To foreshadow a little bit, we are having an episode later in October about cemeteries, and there is someone who is mummified, who is buried on Morris Hill.
One of my favorite kind of like Morris Hill cemetery stories also is that when it was like before the bench was developed, Morris Hill Cemetery was kind of by itself up here. Like it was out of town, right? And the trolley went up what is now Americana. and they had a like body trolley that would bring the bodies up to the cemetery. But sometimes when the weather was bad, like
no.
It would
No.
it would
Blake's out.
It would get muddy or something, and the trolley would get stuck with the bodies on it.
Oh no.
Never mind. I don't like October anymore, actually.
1920s problems.
Yeah, seriously.
Wow.
And they would just have to like wait till the weather got better and then finish the journey on up to the cemetery. Oh.
Yeah. Y'all are on another level.
I love
crust.
Halloween. Yeah. I love Halloween.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Well, thank you both for joining me. I think this is a fantastic, slightly spooky, Halloween flavored guide for Boise in October.
I do too.
It's going to be a great month. Yeah, thank you.
Thanks so much for having me.
That's all for today here on CityCast Boise. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell a friend about us? We'll be back tomorrow morning with a breakdown of what the Big City Coffee lawsuit decision could mean for Boise State. You won't want to miss it.